Hey guys, so one of the questions a lot of fans have when Toons Looniversity was announced to be coming very soon, one of the questions a lot of people were asking is, will Fifi La Fume appear? Now we know that Elmyra is not going to appear according to her former voice actress, Cree Summer. Cree Summer basically said that Elmyra will not be part of the new show. Now she could have been saying that because of the fact that she wasn't invited to voice her, once again. Or she could be saying that because, like all of us, when she heard that the show was making a return with this new series, she probably thought her character was also going to make a return, and she probably heard that that wasn't the case. Some people have heard, and reports have come out, that the reason Elmyra's character will not show up is because her character is, problematic with the way she acts, especially towards animals and everything. So that raised a lot of questions as to, will Fifi make her return as well, because of the fact that sorry about that, but again, that brought up the question of Fifi, will about her whereabouts, will she make her return, because of the fact that, just like her mentor in the original series, and basically the character she's based off of, Fifi La Fume, she has very similar characteristics. She likes to pursue those that she thinks are male skunks, just like Fifi would pursue Penelope because he thought she was a female skunk, or somebody that kind of put on a skunk disguise to, try to, get away with something, or try to do something that they couldn't do because either they were being chased by dogs or shooed away by people that didn't like cats or whatever. So, again, people, are wondering, because of the similarities in that department and everything, they are wondering, will Fifi make a return? Will she make, her return in Looniversity? Or will she end up like Elmyra, basically, on the cutting room floor, because of her, her problematic history. That's a good question, and I'm hoping that she doesn't. I'm hoping Fifi doesn't end up on the cutting room floor or anything, because, she's a very sweet character. She does, tolerate so much. She does stand up for her friends and all that. And we got to remember that they wouldn't have paired Fifi off in a trio of BFFs of Babs and Shirley if she was just going to be like Pepe, or Pepe, all the way. They wouldn't have done that. I mean, yes, she had a couple of cartoons with, pursuing Furball because she thought he was a skunk, pursuing Calamity Coyote because, she thought he was a skunk, and so on. The same with Little Beeper, and the list could go on, but here's the thing. She didn't have that many cartoons doing that. Like I said, she didn't have that many cartoons involving her doing, basically the same thing that Pepe did almost in every cartoon he was in. So to me, I do apologize for my chin hitting the mic if you hear anything, but to me, You know, I don't, like I said, you know, she didn't have that many cartoons like, you know, Peppy did and everything. And I do apologize, like I said, if you hear anything hitting the mic, that's my chin by accident. But like I said, she never had that many cartoons, so she did the same thing that Peppy did in every other one of his cartoons. She only had a few of them, and most of the time, like I said, she was paired off, you know, in a trio with Babs and Shirley, and then, you know, and sometimes, you know, from a relationship standpoint, she was always seemingly teased to be paired off with Hampton. So I don't think we have anything to worry about with Fifi this year, or in this interpretation, because, what I'm trying to say is I don't think we have anything to worry about with Fifi when it comes to this, you know, for this interpretation of Tiny Toons. I don't think we have anything to worry about. You know, I think she will show up. I think she's the kind of character that, even though the character she's inspired by was problematic, and she had like 1 or 2 episodes, you know, kind of following in, you know, in that same direction, most of the time, you know, she was different. She was like her own character. And she was, like I say, she was paired off with a trio, with 2 BFFs, and Shirley and Babs. She was teased romantically to be with Hampton. So, you know, it was, I think it was pretty much clear that even though she was inspired by Peppy and she had similar traits like Peppy, and she had 2 cartoons that followed in the same story directive as that, most of the time she was her own character. She was a very different, complete, original character that just happened to be inspired by Pepe Le Pew. So, you know, again, like I said, I don't think we have any issue with, you know, not seeing her. I think we will. I think Fifi will appear in Tiny Toons Looniversity. How she's portrayed, though, is going to be different. We know Sweetie's going to have a different, we know Sweetie Bird is going to have a different appearance, so we know Fifi's got to have a different appearance, you know, as well. But I don't think we have to worry about her not appearing. For anybody that believes she's not going to appear, well, obviously you're hearing some rumors, and I'm just telling you, in my opinion, that I think she's going to be okay. I think we will see her. I don't think we'll have to worry about, you know, her not being in the show. I think she will be in the show. I think they realize fans are going to want to see Babs and her trio, her original trio of BFFs again, you know, and Shirley and Fifi, just like they're going to want to see, you know, Buster with Plucky and Hampton. So I don't think, you know, we'll have to worry about, like I said, I don't think we'll have to worry about her not being involved. I think she will be. I think she'll be really involved, probably more than we can expect. But right now, you know, it's just mere speculation, because, you know, we've seen some concepts, you know, leaked or officially released. You know, we've seen some concepts. And I do apologize for the noise. I'm outside waiting for the bus, and there's a lot of cars and motorcycles going by. But anyway, we've seen, besides, you know, what we've seen so far, you know, with Babs and Buster in those kind of like redesigned looks. You know, so far we've seen what Plucky's going to look like, Hampton, Sweetie. We have an idea of what we're getting, you know, with the show from a character design perspective. And I expect the same for characters like Fifi and Shirley and you know, and Montana Max and stuff. I expect the same, as well as some of the new characters they're going to be bringing in as well. So I expect the same when the show does officially premiere. But again, like I said, I don't think we have anything to worry about when it comes to Fifi. I think Fifi's going to be fine. Like I said, you know, we don't know, you know, how much she'll be involved in the show. Again, this is just my opinion of the fact that, you know, we can understand why Elmyra's being taken out, you know, because of the way she was in the original, and that wouldn't fly today. Fifi, I don't think we really have to worry about that much, because, you know, she may be, you know, inspired by Pepe Le Pew and everything, but honestly, you know, she's a character that's, you know, her own character. She, like I said, she's, like I mentioned earlier, you know, she might have been inspired by Pepe. You know, she might have had 2 cartoons similar to what he had, but she was her own character. And I think even back then, when they created the show, you know, Steven Spielberg and his crew, mostly the ones that came up with the stories and stuff, knew, hey, if we're going to bring in a female version of Pepe, you know, we can't have her be like him all the time. We gotta. It's like, well, we can do a few cartoons, you know, with her similar to his, but we got to make her completely her own. And that's what made Tiny Toon Adventures so popular as well, because even though a lot of the characters took on traits of those they were based on, you know, they were completely their own. Even though they had cartoons similar to what, you know, with similar stories, I should say, to what the original Looney Tunes had, they were still their own. And that's what made the show so popular. That's what made the characters so beloved. And Fifi is one of them. I mean, take a look at How I Spent My Vacation, okay? Now you might say, well, that shows her in the wrong light, right? Not exactly. Yeah, she is, you know, too love-struck, blinded to realize, you know, that the person that she wants to pursue is actually a jerk until later on. And, you know, when she finally, you know, like I said, when she finally does realize it and kicks his ass out of the theater, you know, when they're watching Skunkophobia. But anyway, like I said, you know, she, you know, some may say, you know, that, you know, even for that portion it didn't, you know, put light on her or anything, but she wasn't totally pursuing him like she would, like Furball or a Calamity when she thought they were skunks. She pursued him because all she wanted to do was get his autograph. That's it. Just meet him, get his autograph, be done with it. You know, that's all she wanted. And she went through a lot just to try to do it, only, like I said, to find out that he was not what she thought he was. Well, yeah, he was not what she thought he was, basically. So again, you know, you might say that, you know, kind of, you know, doesn't, you know, work, that, you know, the early portion of that in How I Spent My Vacation doesn't work well, but, you know, again, I would have to beg to differ. I'd have to beg to differ. But yeah, I don't think, you know, with a few exceptions, and I mean very few exceptions, I don't think we have to worry too much about Fifi not being in the show. I think she will be in the show. You know, I think her character will may be rewritten to where she's a skunk, to where, you know, she's a skunk, but she actually looks up to Penelope. And we find out that Penelope, you know, became her new mentor because the original, you know, was more problematic than they needed. I mean, if Animaniacs can make a joke about the whole Pepe Le Pew situation, I think Tiny Toons Looniversity could do the same thing. You know, and by doing so at the same time, kind of acknowledge that Fifi now looks up to Penelope. You know, that's something. You know, that's something that they can do, and I think they could do well. Maybe they're already planning that. I don't know. I don't really know. But yeah, I don't think we have to worry too much about her. I think, you know, like I said, I think they realize, hey, people know she's, you know, fans of the original show, you know, want her in, they want to see her and stuff. You know, they want to see her and everything. So I don't think we have much to really worry about on that front. I don't think we have much to worry about on that front, you know, whatsoever. But yeah, I think Fifi will be fine. I don't have to think. I believe she will be fine. I mean, if they do take her out, they take her out. There's not really much we can do. You know, it's the world we live in. It's the time we live in. But I don't think they're going to take her out. I think she'll remain. I think she's going to stay in. I think she'll remain in the show. She'll be a part of it. And that's really about it. That's really all I can say. I don't think Fifi's going to be removed because, like I said, people expect they know fans are going to expect her to be with her the BFs like Babs and Shirley, just like they expect Hampton, who's in the show, to be with his best friends, Plucky and Buster. They expect that, and I expect it too. So I think because they realize that that's what fans are looking forward to or hoping for, we don't really have much to worry about with her character. I think she'll be okay. I really do. But look, I understand his worryship because of the fact that, Elmyra got taken out. Nobody expected that to happen, but yet when the explanation came around, as to why, then yeah, as crazy as it sounds, it was understandable. It's crazy and, as crazy and unfortunate as it is, it was understandable. But again, I look at the fact that Fifi's a different story. It's like, she had a few exceptions here and there, but they were less than Elmyra's, I can tell you that. They were less than Elmyra's. So I don't think we have to worry too much about Fifi's status when it comes to Tiny Toons Looniversity. I think she will be involved, and I think she'll play a bigger role than she ever did in Tiny Toon Adventures. Heck, I'd be surprised. I'll tell you this. I would not be surprised, if they bring the lustful milk gag back in Tiny Toons Looniversity. I will not be surprised if she's one of the characters that goes through that trope. That visually does that trope on the show. I would not be surprised. But again, we'll just have to see what is presented to us and given to us. But again, I don't think we'll have to worry about Fifi too much. I really don't. I think they'll find a way around it. They'll probably, like I say, make her look up to Penelope this time, and they'll probably make a joke as to, they'll probably, like I said, I think they'll probably make a joke, as to why she looks up to Penelope, make a humorous joke and touch upon the reasoning, just like Animaniacs kind of touched upon it in the second season of the new version of the show. So again, I think she's going to be all right. I believe she's going to be all right, and that's all I can say about it. But what do you guys think? Do you think Fifi will be in the show, or do you think they will remove her, just like they did Elmyra? What are your thoughts? Comment below, live chat during the premiere, like the video. Love to hear from each and every one of you. Super chats are open and welcome during the live chat of the premiere, and super thanks will be enabled afterwards if you want to help donate there. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm telling you right now, if I want to keep my cable going, it would be greatly appreciated. So until next time, guys, I will talk to you all later. But again, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think Fifi will be in the Looniversity?